What's up, creeps? It's Jason, aka the Pope of Pain. I'm here with Franco, the Wolf Tummy.
Yes.
And we're here for another creep cast. I'm glad we're here for. Let's just say the word creep cast real quick, because we ran into not an issue last show.
A baby buzzsaw.
Yeah, it was one. I was starting to notice our numbers were like, wow, that's not the normal numbers. A lot of people were watching. Maybe we added you in. It was like an OG coming back, but then we come to find out that there's another Creepcast out there.
There is, like,
right?
It's like, the Ghostbusters and the real Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
But we're the real Ghostbusters.
That is true. All right. So let me, guys, if you're watching this right now and you're like, hey, who are these fucking guys, right? And where is, was it Wendigoon and, like,
Beef
Vagina
Cleaver.
Canyon? What is it? Beef something.
Beef Canyon? I don't know.
Beef Canyon. Beef Canyon. What? That's actually, they got some cool names. So that's not us, by the way. That's not us.
No.
So no. And you're like, oh, you guys ripped them off. Look, we didn't. We've actually been doing this for 3 years.
Yeah.
And we've had the Creepcast for 3 years. I guess those two guys are like super famous gamers or something. And they put together a show together, which has already got like 1 million fucking subscribers, and we got like 6. And by the way, big shout out
to those 6.
Yeah, I don't know her name. She came in the store. This was like a week ago, and I say young or 20s, you know. And she's sitting there checking out, and she got done. She goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm one of your 6." And I'm like, oh shit. So, but she never told me her name. She just left. I said, thank you. She left. So whoever you are, thank you, by the way, for watching and whatnot. So yeah, it was cool. So anyway, that's not us though. That's not the wrong Creepcast. So,
so we're not trying to like steal their thunder. I mean, we had the name first.
We did.
And you know what? It's a big enough world for two groups to have the same
name.
Do
they talk horror? I didn't watch the show.
I don't even know, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even know anything about those guys.
Yeah.
I know that they have a fervent following.
They got it. Oh yeah,
they were
rabid. You guys
it's
are
funny
mean.
because like I love that facts don't matter in this world. So you're just like, well, we had the name first, and then at first the guy was like, you're ripping them off. Then he said, well, yeah, whatever. Good luck with your. He just said some parting slam.
It was.
I love being in the middle of
it was great.
It was controversy.
I love. Give me the heat. Bring the heat. I actually enjoy it, and it helps. It helps our algorithm, I guess, too.
Bottom line, yeah.
So, but no, yeah. So this is the OG Creepcast, by the way, with 2 OG members, which is amazing. We started this thing together 3 years ago, way back. Oh my God, yes.
We have documentation.
We actually do. Yeah,
you can look up our pod.
Thank you. Yeah, on Spotify. And stuff. So.
You can even go back, I think, on when we first started out on Apple. What is that thing?
Oh yeah, Apple Podcast.
I think we were on there way back first.
Yeah. We've had some, but nice. One thing that's been consistent was our shows suck, and so we're just continue to do it. Why break the mold?
Keep the bar low.
Keep the bar low. You know what you guys are getting. So those who've been around with us since day one, fucking, you're awesome. Yeah. And you have brain damage. So, but that's okay. You may get disability.
You know
what? So, I don't know. Okay, so that's out of the way.
Yeah.
Hopefully someone's still watching.
Yeah.
Anyway,
come on.
You know what? I got to thinking, man. I think we titled this thing "The Great Replacement," which will get us no hits, right? But I was looking. You know, we sell horror every day here at the shop, man. It's just what we do year round, right? And I see a lot of young kids that will come up and they'll get something Frankenstein, get something Creature from the Black Lagoon, but never seen it, never even care to watch the movies, right? Or a Dracula. They just like the characters type of thing. And I'm wondering, my brain just started, twisting and turning. And I was like, what is, a modern day equivalent to these Universal monsters? Where me and you, we grew up on monster movies. We know them, we see them, we can tell you how many there were. We're big fans of, obviously, the Universal monsters. They were a big part of our childhoods and all that stuff. But I got to think. I got to think outside the box. I got to think like a 20-year-old or a 19 or 15-year-old these days. And what is it like? What is their Universal monsters, right? So I throwing this at you. You may have something, you may not. I don't know. We'll try this. But I'm going to give you. Let's talk about the Universal monsters, or at least a handful of them. We don't have to go all, because technically there's like, everybody thinks there's like 5, but there's a bunch.
Yeah, there's more.
I mean, you can go deep, but why waste your guys' time on this? So I'm going to give you some, and I wonder what I'll put up my list out what I think the actual modern day replacement in popularity.
Yeah.
I'm not going like say Frankenstein for another Frankenstein style monster, but who was just as popular? And my biggest thing is, I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear if you think we're all jacked up or this or whatever. You don't like it, put it in the comments, right? Or let me know what your modern day replacements for these guys. I hate to say the word replacements.
Yeah, I don't know.
These guys are iconic, right?
Yeah, it's like a generational. You know, who's like the generational stand-in, if you will. I guess.
Yeah. One thing cool about about horror icons, they tend to last, right? I mean, they stand the test of time. When you look at Universal Monsters, we're going back to the 30s, probably before that. On some of them, like you're going to go like Nosferatu and all that stuff, right? But then you look at some of the icons of today, and they've been around for 40, 50 years, right?
Yeah.
So shit. And then I'm trying to think of modern icons. I don't know, man. It's like that list is a little short, if you ask me.
You mean modern is in like the last 20 years?
Yeah, so the 2000s, you know?
Yeah.
That are, you know, something that you think is going to be as iconic as a Jason Voorhees or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. If maybe, I don't know. We'll get to that point in a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Man. But let's go down this list, guys. Let's go down this list real quick, and I'll kick it right off with the big guy, right? The guy that everybody knows is Frankenstein, right? Or Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein's monster.
If you want to be technical on this, he just gets.
If you're a purist.
Yes, he just gets lumped into the Frankie, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And this is a 1931 original film with Boris Karloff, right? Which, if you look at it, it's funny because I do the Mass Morgue, I do some other videos here with Riley, and I really dive into like these monsters and like and who plays them. I put Boris because I think Boris is my favorite Frankenstein, but you start looking and it's like Lon Chaney's the one. Boris, Bela Lugosi was Frankenstein at one point, right? I mean, so like, everybody's done, or Lon Chaney Jr., excuse me, but everybody's done a Frankie, right? But I think the best was Boris on this, you know?
Yeah.
Glenn Strange is really good. Probably at number 2, I would put Glenn Strange and all that stuff. But so Frankenstein has been portrayed in, I want to say, almost 70 films.
God.
Because you know you have the actual Frankenstein, you got all these Frankenstein monsters, then you got the Abbott Costellos, but then you go into Hammer films and you go to all this. I mean, but the amount of times that he has been portrayed on film is over 70.
Yeah,
that's a lot of that's big
crazy
shoes, man, to fill. You know, so you're like, who modern day would compare, I guess, you know? And my thing is here's my comparison. It's weird. I go to deep, dark, I don't know, Africa, right? Middle of Africa, let's go. Or South America, or anywhere, right? Go to Amazon rainforest, and you find someone in there, all right, that probably is not on their phone every day like we are, right? Not living off TV, but you show them a picture of Frankenstein, they're going to get it.
Yeah.
They're going to know who that is, right? And so I'm trying to find that equivalent, you know? So
who's like the Michael Jordan of
yes, yeah, basically, right? You know, they can recognize this person from a mile away. So that's staying power. So, perfect example for me, I think an equivalent for Frankenstein would be a Jason Voorhees.
Yeah,
because I think I could take that mask down to anywhere, any country in this world, and I show somebody, right? I'll go to Afghanistan, I show them this mask. They're going to say Friday the 13th, or they're going to say Jason Voorhees.
Yeah,
I think, right?
Yeah,
pretty sure. So. So I kind of put him up at that level with Frankenstein for these modern days. I don't know. What do you think, man?
I mean, the thing about the Universal, like the first thing about the Universal monsters is that when those movies came out, there was nothing like it.
No.
You had Nosferatu.
Good call. Yeah, good call.
And then, so it's like people went out of their minds for like that chunk of time when horror was being introduced into these talkies, man.
Ooh.
And then it's just stuff that no one ever saw before.
Good point.
And in that period of time, then you had like the war.
Yep.
And that just was, you know, horrendous beyond, you know,
right.
Nobody could have,
comprehension.
Comprehension.
Yes.
So then, how are you going to really kind of generationally create anything now after?
Good call. I mean, we're so desensitized now anyway.
Yeah,
you know?
We see it. I mean, they didn't have Twitter or, you know, like they had to read the newspaper and then go to the movies to see reels.
Yes.
And even then they didn't get all the footage. So it's like now we see that stuff in real time. What is there?
Good call. You know,
I don't know.
And that's why I think about like we go to the 2000s and above. Fuck, I mean, nothing's really ringing a bell right now where I'm like, oh, this is going to be an icon. You know, I mean, Yeah, because the Scream came out in '96, so you
Yeah.
can't count that, right? I mean, but if you could, yeah, that's probably one right there. You can
Yeah.
because it's most of the Scream films have been in the 2000s and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I'm drawing a blank on a 2000s icon that big, and it may take another 30 years. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I wonder. I mean, I know I'm old, fuck, but I was not alive in 1931. I know that shocks a lot of people out there. But what I'm getting at is like, how long did it take, right, from 1931, and then multiple films to we get to the Frankenstein status that we are today?
Yeah.
Did it happen in the 50s, the 60s?
Almost 100 years.
Maybe, right? Yeah. So, fuck, who knows? You know,
Yeah.
I'm just going to have to come back. Like, you know, those little time capsules they put you in. Like, you put it in school, like in your third grade.
Yeah.
They put a time capsule, and then like now is the time. Like 30 years later, they're bringing them out. 20 years later, they're bringing this thing out. You know, I need that. Can they do that with humans?
Possible.
Okay, just checking because I really want to know. I want to.
Yeah.
I want to just flash forward 40 years from now. I'm like, what are you guys fucking
I need to.
watching?
You need to live that long
Yeah.
to see.
And that I want to see the porn. I'm curious about.
It's
that.
just gonna get pumped right into your. You know what I mean? You take a pill.
Oh.
And it's just gonna be directly
Oh,
into your brain or something.
Okay, I'm kind of here for that future.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like
Technology.
It'd be like an electronic Elon Musk. You know, like he's just like an AI droid. You know, fuck me.
Oh my god, I
Yes.
hate that guy.
Fucking A, right? Okay, so that's with Frankie. I don't know
Yeah.
if you have a one that's going to match up.
I don't know of anybody that's gonna match
I don't
like
think so.
several of these guys.
Yeah, it's impossible, man.
Yeah.
So Dracula, let's go Dracula next, okay? And that technically 1922, you had Nosferatu, right?
Yeah.
And then from there, I believe 31. I almost say I think the same year as Frankenstein. I could be wrong. If I did that wrong, guys, put it in the comments that
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I can take it like a man, I'm fine with that. But we had Bela Lugosi come in and do what's is an iconic film. But I'm gonna break some hearts here, man. I don't know the last time you watched the 31 Dracula.
I saw it like 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Okay,
2.5.
it's kind of a snoozer, man.
hardcore.
It is because there's no like background track. It's like I guess they just didn't have that. You know, I don't know. It was like no ambient score. You know.
Yeah.
And wow, it shows you how important that is because I've watched it several times as well, and I try to as I get older, I try to watch it because I think maybe I'll appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Fucking movie. It kind of sucks. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sorry.
No, yeah.
Not sorry. You know what I'm saying? But it's famous as fuck, right? I mean, shit, dude. It's I would guess over half the horror fans out there haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Now they've seen some type of Dracula, right? I mean, you have Bram Stoker's was like when did he write that? Like in the 1800s, late 19 I think it was late 1800s. I read the freaking book, man. It's like this thick. It's huge, right? It's a very good book. And then there's been like 5,000 adaptations of it as well. Tom Cruise played fucking Dracula, I think, at one point,
God.
or somebody like that.
He was a
Anyway.
vampire.
Or he was just a vampire, whatever. But this thing, I looked it up. I had to do some research. Dracula has been portrayed in over 200 films. This may be adult films, which are just as equally as good. All right, a lot of effort
Probably
goes
better.
into those, right?
Probably better,
There's,
yeah.
it's, makeup and whatever else, drug tests or not drug tests, but you know what I'm talking about.
STI test? Is that
yeah,
what
there
you're
you go. I don't
saying?
know. So there's a lot of pressure goes into these things, right? So-
Yeah.
Anyway, but 200 films appearances, right, by Dracula. Okay, how do you compare that with a modern day? I put in my
yeah.
brain. I put Michael Myers, right?
Yeah.
Because he's another one that you see that mask, you're all over it, and you're like, oh yeah, it's fucking Michael Myers, you know.
Yeah.
And he's done. I don't know how many films Michael Myers has done, or Halloween films, but it's about 40 right now, right?
There's
Maybe not that many, but it's you know what? Fact check me later.
Yeah. Well, the thing about that movie is that I don't recall the name of the director. Sorry, but and the
It's Francis Ford Coppola.
no, the OG one.
I know. I was just making that up.
But and then the director of photography, whoever did that,
Yeah.
they made a really good use of shadow.
Okay.
So just looking at like that, it's very just like expressionist, like all like these slabs of black that are kind of placed.
It's
so
really
if you
good.
squint when you look at it visually, it's beautiful. But then the real thing is also people watched it because it was kind of like, oh, it's okay to watch a guy that's being seductive.
Good call.
Because
Yeah.
it was very sexual.
Yes.
And at the time, I think it was in like we talked the 30s.
Yeah.
it wasn't really. I mean, it's kind of like I don't know. We're coming out of like
Yeah, yeah. You're post World War I, pre World War II, but very conservative.
Yeah.
Prim and proper, right?
Yeah.
But you're right. Dracula was, man. That dude, he loved the ladies.
Yeah.
He loved everybody. You know what I'm saying? He's here to suck some necks, and then some, kids.
Yeah.
So careful what you're watching out there.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. So
his daughter was a lesbian. No, I don't know if that's really true.
you know what?
There's that movie.
We'll write that in.
Daughter of Dracula.
Oh yeah,
she's a lesbian. You know that's a real thing.
I've seen a lot of Dracula, especially like you start getting into the Hammer world and these knockoff European stuff, man.
Dude,
man, I've seen some shit, man. I'm like, I don't know. First off, Dracula, you're doing well here, buddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know. I would put maybe a Michael Myers as a modern day equivalent. I feel dirty just saying that because I feel like I'm disrespecting. And people are probably talking shit right now that I don't like the 1931 movie, right? But you're right about that one thing. You can like throw your own soundtrack in this thing. It's going to be an amazing movie, right?
Yeah.
Because you're right. The visuals are rad for what it came out. Even Nosferatu was good too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was cool too because the use of shadows up the stairs and all that good stuff is, which I do every time I go upstairs. I got a 2-story.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking time I have to do that fucking walk,
the silhouette.
Yeah, my wife's just like, I do it naked, which is even better, right?
That's the only way to do it.
Yeah,
windows open.
Oh fuck yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that. My neighbors. Hey, well, it's Halloween. It is October.
They're fine.
Yeah, they're fine. So, all right. So those are like the two biggies, right?
Yeah.
Let's get into. We're getting a little bit not lesser knowns, but not lesser popular, I guess. So, the Wolfman, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was a 40s, 1941, I believe. Lon Chaney Jr., right?
Yeah.
Once again, which is the iconic Wolfman, and not a lot of film appearances, not a lot of werewolf appearances, like probably 1,000, werewolf movies out there, which I secretly love werewolf movies. I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah.
Bad, good, fuck it. Bring it, dude. I'm going to watch it. Have you ever seen Bad Moon? Okay.
It's an 80s movie.
Yeah.
I think I have it on VHS.
80s are like, I think it's like early 90s, or late 80s, early 90s.
Mm.
It's like when like CG was kind of like coming around.
Okay.
And like it was like, hey, we know we can morph people. Morph is
like the Michael Jackson thing.
Right. And but it is the worst transformation in history. But it's the best werewolf movie in history, but the worst transformation to the point where you're just like, oh fuck, man. But anyway, but I love that stuff. But movies featuring just the Wolfman, I think there's only like 10 or so. There's not a lot. Yeah, which a little bit shocked on that. I had to do a lot of research, and that was like
the actual character of the Wolfman.
Yeah. The guy, right? The I guess the concept's the same, but as in like tagging him as the Wolfman, not a werewolf, is a little bit different. Whatever.
Yeah.
Probably some legal shit. Universal, you don't fuck with those guys, man.
They're not messing around,
they'll
man.
come
they will end you.
Yeah, them and Disney will fucking end you, man.
Oh,
right?
Dude. Still running from those guys.
Yeah. So I look at like, okay, so now I'm trying to. Wait, you're still running from those guys? Oh shit!
Yeah. Not exactly on the best of terms.
We pissed off Disney the other day too, man.
See that lady that got arrested at Disneyland?
No.
Some mom was like going off. She was drunk.
Okay.
And then they were messing around, man. You rarely catch somebody being arrested there, because they'll just come out from a bush. Boom, you going down the thing. But they were walking her through the park with her kids hanging on.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was rough.
Something. I need somebody that works at Disney. All right, to come undercover, like have like the shadow, and they can have a fake voice, right? Because I heard that
anonymity, like protect their.
Yeah. Oh, because Disney with kids, like the mafia, right? But I heard like, there's deaths that happen at Disney that are so swept under the rug, like. If you like say you committed suicide, in the tram or something, like they're gonna fucking wash that up like nothing happened, man.
Yeah, that ride ain't even closing. It might. They're like, down for maintenance. 10 minutes.
Car B, right? That thing comes in, get rid of the body.
And you know what? I'm kind of here for it. I've been waiting 45 minutes to ride Star Tours or whatever. Like keep it. Come on.
Exactly, man. Yeah, and I guess
I only have a 1-day pass.
If I'm paying hundreds of dollars just for a fucking ticket, I don't care if this guy dies. Get him out of my fucking. Get him off the Mr. What is it? Mr. No, what's the
Magic
Space
Mountain?
Yeah, Space Mountain.
Space Mountain.
Yeah, I need to go see the fucking Yeti at the end of that thing.
He died doing what he loves.
But I wonder how
people have to have heart attacks and stuff there.
Totally.
And so for sure.
And the last thing you want is like your kid who's wearing the Disney ears, right? Best day, happiest place on earth. And then there's some dude splatted because he jumped off the fucking Tower of Terror.
Do a flip. That would be amazing. Yeah.
They just like as soon as he lands, like a Disney crew comes out and they all dancing around. And as they're dancing, they sweep him up and he just did it to like a manhole.
They probably have a suit and they just put the body in it.
Oh shit!
And they walk. It's like Mickey needs a break.
Goofy's drunk.
Yeah.
You know, he's a little tired, guys.
Yeah.
Blood seeping out the ears and shit. Fuck,
Oh,
that's
man.
a movie in itself. I know
Dude.
they did the what was it? Steamboat Willie.
They did that one thing too where they snuck the cameras in.
What?
Didn't you? It's a shit movie, but
Oh,
they made
okay.
like a horror film with like
inside
their cell
Disney?
phones. Yeah.
Oh, they were sneaking it.
Some assholes. Yeah.
I'm sure Disney's not fucking happy about
They
that.
are not happy about it.
Fuck.
I'm still looking for that guy.
Yeah. Maybe he's in the Goofy suit right
Yeah,
now.
right.
Dude. All right. So anyway,
Eternity. I don't know how we got off on that, but
I don't know. It's probably a better
Yeah.
topic than we're talking about now anyway. So, but no, okay, Wolfman.
Yeah,
lesser
yeah.
known, but still known, right?
mm-hmm.
I attach a Reagan to this, right, from Exorcist.
I think Reagan surpasses the Wolfman, dude.
I think maybe you're right. Maybe you are right because I mean, she's also I don't care if I live in wherever fucking Manitoba, Canada. I mean, that's probably not that far off, but I don't know where Manitoba, Canada is, but way up north, say somewhere, right? And I'm in an igloo.
Huge gay community.
Oh, is there in
I'm
Manitoba?
just kidding.
Okay.
I don't know.
Right? What else do they do up here? I guess, just
Probably nothing.
bang each other. It's
Yeah.
have fun. But if you see Reagan, you're gonna know. You're gonna say possessed girl. You may not know her name, but you'll say exorcist, right? You know. So I don't know. But maybe you're right. Maybe she is more popular.
I
than
think that
Wolfman.
I think that in this case, yeah,
It could be.
because there's like real wolfmen. Like if you go into South America, people have that thing where their hair grows on their faces and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they used to do that in sideshows. It's a genetic disorder.
Yeah.
Where you have like fucking a beard over your whole body.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Which has got to be a pain in the ass, man. I mean, for a dog is one thing, 'cause you can, or the cat, you can just kind of lick yourself.
Have you seen?
You know.
Have you seen them when they shave everything off and they're really good looking?
No.
It sucks because then they're like, but it's impossible to maintain this.
But they got to do that every day, pretty much, right? It's like fucking shave.
It's
every day.
impossible. They can't do it. Like because they have professional people come in and be like,
Yeah.
you know, they do it for you.
Yeah.
And then they do it because they want to be on TV or whatever.
Smart.
And then you look at them and they're like, bring out blah, blah, blah now. And they come out, they're like, but they're really good looking
Are
because
they
their
really?
hairline's like right here.
Oh no!
You know.
So instead of like a unibrow,
They
it's
have to
just
create
all
a
over.
hairline for them because it's just all hair.
Oh,
So-
good point.
Yeah, so they have to shave it down and then they have to like taper it up, like
Yeah.
Mickey the barber does it. I'm just kidding, no, but it's like they do it and then these people end up just growing it back in a couple days, so it's
Yeah.
impossible to maintain.
That's yeah. I would, man. I mean, if I had that disease or what, I guess I don't know if it's a disease.
It's just a genetic.
a genetic disorder. Excuse
Yeah.
me. Yes. I don't know what I'd do. I guess I'd live somewhere cold right off the bat. I mean,
You're fine. You're gonna be. You can't live in
yeah. I
warm
can't.
environment.
Arizona will be rough, man. Where we're at right now.
It happens a lot in South America though.
Wonder why.
I think it's just a genetic trait.
Really?
And there's like in a pocketed area.
of Wolfman.
Well, they're not. It's a town of Wolfmen.
That's a good movie. All right.
Town of the Wolfman.
Town of the Wolfman. Okay, so Reagan more popular. I would
Yeah.
guess that too. Yeah. So all right. Well, let's go Creature. Creature from the Black Lagoon. One of the most popular besides Frankenstein. It's selling stuff here at the store
Yeah.
is Creature. Everybody goes Creature. We showed it at our Spookorama, I don't know, a couple months ago, and I'd
Black
say
and white or color.
it was the black and white, right? Yeah, OG, right? Rico Browning, Ben Chapman, you guys know, right? Ben was the on land guy. Rico was the hardcore swimmer guy, right? Yeah, I think both of them are dead now, but yeah. And they only did 3 films, by the way.
Yeah.
3 Creature films. Which the first one was good. The rest one are lame, dude. They
Off
suck.
off
man.
the rails.
And
Yeah.
then, but you think Creature would show up a lot? I think he showed up again, like, well, not as the Creature, but like in Monster Squad.
they imply
They had like a fish guy, right, or whatever. And
Gil face. They didn't call him Gilman even. They
No,
called him
I
like
could-
something else.
I think I was
really.
copywritten too.
Yeah.
And then The Shape of Water with your boy,
Yeah.
Doug Jones, right?
Shout out Dougie.
Yeah, Dougie's great, man. Huggy Dougie.
Huggy Dougie.
If you
Saved
ever
my
meet
life.
Doug Jones, you got to get a hug from him. It's like it's life changing.
It's like
It's so fucking good. Yeah. But other than that, you don't.
it's like
see
a dose of morphine.
It basically is. But you got the other day.
I did get morphine.
That's
the
good.
other day.
Man.
Yeah, it was great.
Franco went down to Tijuana and ate some like I don't know what you ate down there.
Oh, dude, ridiculously, truth. I had a chicken Caesar salad from McDonald's.
Equally as bad as going to Tijuana. Street
Who knew they
taco.
even had that? Oh man.
What are you doing at McDonald's anyway?
Leaving here.
Oh, okay.
There was one place that was open when I left here, and I was like,
We don't pay that good here, so it's,
I just ended up getting that. Man, dude, God.
That wasn't bad.
Well, dude, it was so rough, and then we were trying to find like at the hospital they were trying to find the vein.
So you had to go right to the hospital.
I went to the hospital. Yeah.
Wow, it was that bad.
It was that bad. I was there for like 8 hours, 8.5 hours.
Shit.
But they couldn't find the vein, so they left they had 3 needles like this. I'm just sitting there. And the nurse is like, I swear to God, I'm not nervous. I'm just trying to like, my hands are shaking because I'm trying to find your vein. I'm like, sure you are.
You're like, get it in. Just
but then I was like, I have pain right here. And so she goes, okay, I'm going to give you some for the pain. And then after the fact, she goes, okay, the morphine should be hitting you any second. And I'm like, morphine?
Ooh.
And I'm just like, and then I'm like, oh. That's crazy. And they're like, okay, now you can drive home.
yeah. Then they discharge you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck. I forgot what he was talking about.
Oh, well, it's crazy is you lose weight and then gain it back so fast.
Yeah.
I think I lost like 12 extra pounds.
Holy shit.
And then gained it all back as soon as I started eating again.
Yeah, I
Isn't
mean,
it
all
weird?
the water weight and all that shit.
Yeah, dude.
You should have done a photo shoot.
I should have. Dude.
Right? Because you're all ripped up and shit.
Yeah, man. I had like, my obliques were looking great. But I was just like, nah.
Yeah. Sorry. You're puking all over yourself. That's
Yeah,
fine. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Fuck, man. Okay, so Creature, right?
Yep.
So not a lot of appearances. Very, 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 very popular guy, and it's actually a good movie.
Oh yeah,
for the
first,
time, right?
Yeah.
I want to say it was 50s, 54, I believe it came out or something like that. So a little bit more modern, obviously, than the Frankie and the Dracula, but it was a good movie. It was pretty interesting, and everything for the time. But what is a creature like that you can compare right now? That's a tough one. Would you say Xenomorph?
Yeah.
That's not bad because that's very recognizable, right?
Oh yeah.
So if you're going to compare it as a modern day popularity contest, I think Xenomorph is probably up there with the Creature a little bit. I mean,
it just felt like something you can't communicate with, but it's something that's in nature that's like this weird,
good point.
Anomalous thing.
Yeah.
And it won't stop. You can't reason with it.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like it's just something that's existing and
you're
trying to survive it.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's a good point. They're not here to fuck you up on purpose.
Yeah, I think another
you just cross into their worlds, man.
I think another thing would be like The Thing.
Yeah,
that's just like this thing, the literal thing.
The Thing.
But it's just there's something that's just happening.
Yeah,
and it's not. It's just outside what we kind of experience in nature, but it's still not unnatural. It's just something that's happening.
I agree. That was something The Thing fell victim to one thing. The Thing, right? Merch game. Tough.
Yeah.
Super tough because The Thing is anything. It's a shapeshifter, right? I mean, it gets inside you, can do whatever, right? I know the spider head was big, or I guess we call it a spider head or whatever, right? That was I had one actually.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, it's kind of hard to buy merch on that besides a T-shirt of the poster or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, what's like the most memorable things in that movie, and how could you market that? Something that's super memorable and it's incorporated throughout the film, and then even to the big reveal at the end is the dog. And people love animals and don't want to see a dog hurt.
No, yeah, you don't.
So it's really hard to sell.
I have a T-shirt of a dog split up,
or like a dog crying. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, no kidding.
So great movie, but didn't really think about the merch.
Good point.
The merch game.
The Creature and Alien did. I mean, fuck. I mean, we still to this day sell both. In fact, before I came in here, I've sold both of that. A Xenomorph doll or a figure, and I think a Creature T-shirt. So
there's a whole bunch of the Xenomorph never killed Jonesy, the cat, and there's a lot of merch of them together.
Yeah, good point.
So it's like cat friendly, pet friendly.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice guy.
They were friends.
What a nice guy.
That cat was fucked up. It was just leading everybody right to that creature.
Yeah, no shit.
Come here, Jonesy.
Yeah, you little bastard.
Yeah. Jonesy was in on it.
Yeah, fucker. All right, so
cats.
That's a good comparison, though. I like that. All right, so 2 more. Let me go.
Yeah.
Let's go the Phantom. Phantom of the Opera, right? Eric the Phantom. If you want to get technical, with a K, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very German.
Yes, very. Actually, it was. Right? This is a 1925 movie. Lon Chaney Sr., right? Which is kind of cool that you have dad and son doing some of the most iconic Universal monsters ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is pretty rad. Which, by the way, if you look at like Lon Chaney's real film history, Westerns was where it's at, right? I mean, these guys did a monster movie here and there, but they made, same with Glenn Strange doing the Frankenstein. They both have like, him and Lon Chaney Jr. have like hundreds of Western films.
Yeah.
But no one fucking knows them over Westerns.
Nope.
They just know, you got your typecast as a character. You're Wolfman, you're Frankenstein.
That's it.
Which I think they both embraced because like afterwards they were doing like not conventions, but like appearances,
Yeah.
dressed up and all that shit.
This is
So,
before conventions.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
But Phantom, obviously
We were embarrassed to be nerds then.
Yeah, right. Yeah, how was we're,
We like,
I
well, yeah.
wonder when conventions start. I mean, I know Famous Monsters did their first convention in '74, but was there conventions prior to that, or was it just meetups?
I think there was like I think San Diego Comic-Con. There was like Jack Kirby and them did that.
Oh, for real?
And there was like not a lot of people going in the beginning.
Well, that's like the Fangoria, weekend or Fango Festival, whatever they call it back then. It was like
Yeah.
a meetup, like in
Fango Fest? Is that what it's really?
I don't know.
I hope it's called that.
I don't know. Maybe that's. I mean, I made that
That's-
up. But when they first started doing them, like in the '80s or whatever,
Yeah.
they put a thing on the back of like a Fangoria magazine or even like a Famous Monsters, like, hey, meet up, whatever convention, and it was like in a hotel lobby, and it'd be like 12 people showed up, right?
Yeah.
And now you go to conventions, there's tens. We put almost 10,000 people through ours.
Yeah. Yeah.
in a day and a half. So crazy how that's grown.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I'd like to go back to the old days. I bet there's some seedy
What
shit.
like slapping around like
Yeah.
geeks or what?
I don't.
Like bullies just pushing us around.
I want to see. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I don't want to go back. All right. I kind of want to see just the attendees. Like I want to see the female population there. I want male population. I want to see the after parties.
Oh yeah.
Was it coked out 70s? Let's fucking just get raised. Is it like Studio 54, or was it just like we're playing Dungeons and Dragons?
That's it.
Okay.
I mean, Coke was probably still on the table,
Well, that's fine too.
but it's like these
Dungeons and Dragons coked
insane
out
D and D
sounds
marathons.
fun,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because those games last like 18 hours.
Now
man.
think about it when they're like all amped up.
Oh fuck.
Oh man, yeah.
Just fist fights.
Oh yeah, completely.
That's fucking great. Fucking level 6 demon.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm a wizard. That'd be great. Anyway, all right. Way off topic. Fuck. Where was I? Oh yeah, the Phantom. I'm gonna throw Leatherface.
Yeah.
As a comparison, right? Leatherface probably to the modern kid is way more obvious, right?
Yeah.
Who this is, but adults probably can pick out the Phantom. And it was it was a silent film too, right? I believe. Well, 25 it had to be. I believe,
Yeah, it was
right?
silent.
Yeah. And then all that stuff. But Leatherface, kind of the same guy. You're born defective, right? Or whatever, inbred. I don't know what I think the Phantom had different storylines. Like he was gypsies threw acid on him. And there's different whatever inbreeding. There's all different type of stuff. What could be.
They
Or
never-
the West
yeah.
Virginia Phantom. But anyway, good movie by the way, right?
Yeah. West Virginia Phantom?
Yeah, it's coming soon through Blumhouse.
Yeah.
But Leatherface is kind of a comparison. Now, Phantom was a little bit more classy than Leatherface. Leatherface is a little bit more drooling and all that stuff. But, he falls in love just like everybody else. So, anyway.
He has a heart.
Yeah, he has a heart, man. But the Phantom has actually shown up in over 30 films.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it's a lot. So, once again, granted, we're talking almost over 100 years almost, right? Shit, 25, whatever. Yeah, probably. So... Leatherface in 100 years, maybe he'll be in 30 films. I don't know. So probably
He's
not.
good. The trajectories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one more, and I'll shut up about this. Horrible topic. I know. I hope someone's still watching.
I'm gonna take my shirt off in a minute.
Okay, there you guys go. So stick around. You get bonus Patreon footage.
Yeah, sex it up
Franco
somehow.
with his new abs.
My new abs
that he got from fucking McDonald's.
Thank you, McDonald's.
What about the Invisible Man?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Perv.
Yes. By the way. You know what's funny? This is a 1933 film. Claude Rains. What a nice guy. Highest body count of all Universal Monsters. I did not know that. That was something. And I'm like, how the fuck? I go, what? He's out there killing. It was a train accident he caused. It kills like 130 people, but somehow he gets billed as the highest body count, right? Which I guess it was his fault. So you can whatever,
Yeah.
So, but that guy, this man, was a scientist, So he was very smart, intelligent, right? So I got to thinking, who else is an intelligent guy? Not a scientist, but maybe Hannibal Lecter.
Oh yeah, I like that.
As a comparison. Hannibal's a little bit more sinister. He eats people as a cannibal. I don't think. But once again, will we know what an Invisible Man did? I mean, when he dropped the cloth.
Yeah.
Anything could happen, guys.
Yeah.
That's another thing. This food. If I can see through you and you eat a hamburger, can I see food going down in you? I think
on some of those more recent movies, you did see that.
Really?
Which is weird. Like on what's that? This movie's not good, but they did really good effects on it.
Yeah.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I didn't
I
see
think
that.
it's not good, but like I mean, they basically have all of it's
Yeah.
one of the Alan Moore graphic novels I really like. A lot of his stuff people like say love, and I don't like it, but
Yeah.
that one's really good. So it's like all of these characters we're talking about, these Universal monsters, as if they really did exist,
Oh.
and then basically they get all brought together into be one team to stop this guy who's like, he's kind of like an arms dealer, and he's got like he's basically the Phantom.
Oh.
So he has like this mask on one side, but he's also like kind of pulling strings with the government.
Yeah.
And like pitting people against each other, and so then they bring them together to stop this dude.
Yeah.
But the Invisible Man is one of the that they get.
So they actually using like real, like Universal monsters.
Yeah. Well, they're like the literary versions, because all these Universal monsters
okay.
are based on the literary
Yes.
precursors. So they have you can use them, just not the Universal versions.
I see.
So they have all of them. They don't
Okay.
have a Gilman, but
Yeah.
they have the Invisible Man. Anybody that was in literature, because I think the Gilman is just from film.
I think he is. Yeah.
They didn't have
obviously
it.
Dracula, Frankenstein, Mary Shelley did. You know what I'm saying? I think they're all.
Yeah. And they use
literature.
and in this one they don't use Dracula. They use Mina.
Oh.
Because
Oh,
you know,
okay.
she got the
Yeah,
virus,
yeah.
so she continues
call.
on as a
Yeah,
vampire.
She got it too. Yeah.
Yeah. So but there's a point where he takes something and he drinks it, and you see it. He's wearing his coat, but I
Really?
think you see it go and goes down his throat.
So that could be interesting. Like I'm just thinking like an OnlyFans. I'm an entrepreneur, right? I'm just trying to think. I mean, how interesting that may be. You guys, I don't have to get graphic, but you can use your imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
It's weird. I don't know. Maybe
Call me. We can make some money.
maybe the saliva mixed with whatever he swallows makes it
okay.
invisible.
Maybe
though.
also maybe
Because
that's,
it's on like this molecular level, right? Like,
yeah.
Even
Yeah.
his spit is invisible. So like when you masticate and mix in
Yeah.
your saliva with what you're chewing, maybe that slowly makes it invisible.
Good point. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, it's fucking maybe someone out there knows a little bit better. I don't know what the what his chemical makeup was. Or what,
Yeah.
Not that I would. Even if you told me, I would still fucking act. I'd shake my head like I know you're talking about, but I have
Totally.
no clue, right? You know, so anyway, yeah. So I would put Hannibal Lecter in that because Hannibal kind of same intelligence level,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and all that stuff. Which a lot of the let's see here. No, I guess out of all the Universal monsters, besides maybe Dracula was pretty intelligent. I don't know. Yeah,
I kind of feel like he was like former bourgeoisie.
Okay.
He's just like a nepo baby kind of vibe.
Okay.
He inherited all of that.
good point. Yeah,
His money wasn't earned. It was just you
Yeah.
know he was just dropping dimes like left and right, dropping cash, buying property all over London.
Good point. Yeah,
It's like
he
a Paris
was.
Hilton kind of
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, and when you could like pretty much rent out the whole ship to go across.
Yeah,
fucking-
man.
you know, and then you have like 30 coffins of ground. I mean, that's a lot of work.
Yeah,
You
and he's
know?
like, "Yo, get to work." Like he didn't even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That dude was balling.
He was balling, man.
Yeah.
And I actually, I'm very proud that I have a locket of Transylvania fucking Count Dracula sand from his actual. All right, it's a lie, but anyways, but his old. Warren,
Oh, I thought you were
No,
serious.
I actually have that locket. Remember, it was in the old Warren, you know, famous monster magazines in the back, right?
Uh-huh.
A locket from Transylvania, the dirt from Count Dracula's castle.
But it was just bullshit.
Well, technically, I actually looked into this. So those who know, maybe I can. Man, I don't know. I'd say I could flash this up here on the screen.
Yeah.
But that means I gotta go actually do editing, and I don't like to do that. So anyway, if you guys can remember, the older generation here can remember this. There was in the back of a magazine, you had an ad, and it was like, get a locket of Transylvania dirt, right? Straight from Count Dracula's castle. And it came in a coffin-shaped vial, basically, on a gold chain. And I never forget, it was like $40. Too rich for my blood.
$40 back in the like
Back
70s.
in the day. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man, that's expensive.
Yeah, so I never got to buy it. So fast forward 9,000 years later, right? Here we are. A guy who I've been chasing this thing, he has one, and he sold it to me. So I got it. And it comes with a certificate of authenticity, right? And come to find out, it is dirt from Romania. Yes. So basically, they made a deal with some fucking nobody in Romania. Like, look, I'm going to send you a shitload of these things. I want you to fill it. Here's $50 or whatever. So now they can say it is legit Romania, you know, or what? I think it was Romania where they had it, the dirt and all that stuff. Not from Dracula's castle or whatever.
Like, not Vlad's
Not
actual.
Vlad's, yeah. But at least he got something. Anyway, I had one. Come see it. Terror Trader. Really cool. Anyway, all right. So there you guys go. All right. So there's our interpretation of the modern day universal creatures, universal monsters.
Who's your favorite of those?
Oh, that's a man. You know, I mean, creatures the sexiest.
Yeah.
Right? The Gill man's great, man. He looks good. I like the charm of Dracula, man.
Yeah.
I do. Not my favorite movie. I just said I hated the movie, right? But I like what that dude can do, man. Right? He seduces the shit out of everybody.
He just goes goof.
But
Yeah, and
yeah,
you're just like, "Oh,
right.
I'm so wet.
Exactly. The more blood he drinks, the better he looks. So now,
Yeah.
look, man. I'm
Reverse
looking like-
aging.
You're going through the fucking, looking in the mirror like, I look like shit today. You just
Yo,
go
man.
downtown, you go find somebody.
Blood bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suck up some neck, and then look how great I look. I
Yeah.
like that. I like eternal life.
Mm-hmm.
But the chances of not being eternally old, I can actually look kind of good.
Yeah.
There's downfalls. You got to sleep on, you can't, you're only, obviously you're nocturnal, you know,
Yeah.
that's a little rough, but yeah, I get used to that. It's like LA life, I imagine, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, what about you?
It's pretty
What's
much a. Just really quick about the
Yeah.
Dracula thing. What'd be cool is if they did a movie set like right before the planet can no longer sustain life.
Yeah.
And then you said basically you have like a little small group of vampires who essentially have forced people to build them a spaceship or
Oh.
some kind to get off the planet. And since they're immortal and they keep humans alive just for this with technology and stuff,
Yeah.
and then they just take them on the ship with them and they just keep them alive to feed off of them. So basically, what if they were like incorporated into the ship and they go over and they just drink the blood from the body, but at the same time,
It's like a drink fountain.
yeah, it's just like a,
Yeah.
I don't know, and then just thought of that. It's probably stupid. But
Because that would be imagine this.
because if you live forever, the planet isn't going to be forever, so you have to go somewhere else. You have to figure
Right.
out how to live in space.
Or like, all right, hey man, this planet's gonna be around for another billion years. Okay, cool. But then all of a sudden, nuclear war happens tomorrow. Oh, fuck, now I gotta live through like 15, 20 years, maybe even more than that, of just nuclear winter. That sucks.
That sucks, man.
I mean,
And
you
then
can go
also,
out
like-
anytime during the day. I guess that's a positive, but there's no one there. Everybody's dead.
And then you're going to be like feeding off like radioactive blood.
That's the next thing.
Oh, radioactive blood. That's a good. I want to see that.
That's
What happens? Like you have to like, yeah, you have to feed off these like weird.
That's a great point.
and then they're
man.
also powerful in this weird way because all deformed and shit.
Man, I didn't
Yeah.
think about that. Look, we just Hollywood. Here you go again.
Here you
we
go.
just hand you money as well.
A24 is like, no thanks. It's like-
But that would be good, right? Radioactive, all the blood's poison type
Yeah.
of thing. Like it's fucking Chernobyl, right, or
Yeah.
something. But the vampire got to feed. How's that fuck with the vampire?
yeah, what does it do to them?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right, look, you never know. Anyway, all right. You said you had something going on. You had
Oh,
some-
I do have a
list.
I have a
You
thing.
got a list.
I have a thing.
Then we'll get at it. We got a thing.
Before we
man.
get out of your hair. So, I think that we did an episode, or you did an episode before on something like this.
Yeah.
About stuff that's trends with like autumn and October in particular.
It is October,
And
beginning of October.
It is October something. It's
Second.
like first or third. I
Yeah,
don't
it
even
depends when
know.
you're watching this. It's October.
Yeah, it's October. So I have a small list of things I want to know, and basically celebrate or mutilate is what we'll call it.
Celebrate or mutilate?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you'll give me a list.
I'm just going to give you a couple things.
Okay, and this is so will I celebrate what you're telling me, or
If you like it, or
fucking get rid
yeah,
of it?
and just kind of giving your,
And it's like
your
kind
opinion.
of Halloweenish, like fall tradition.
Yeah, but it's like kind of out of left field. It's not going to be like
good,
your,
I
your
like-
standard.
with Franco,
things.
you never fucking.
I literally made this list on the way over here. So my
I'm
first
driving.
thing, and then you might not know of some of these things.
Okay. Yeah.
So my first one is cornfield mazes.
Yeah. Okay. Mutilate.
You mutilate.
I'm gonna tell you why, man. I was watching years ago. I was watching. It was like a. It wasn't horror. It was like a one of those '80s action movies, like with not Bruce. Who's the Chuck Norris? Like
I thought you were going to say Bruce Jenner. I'm like,
It was Bruce
holy
Jenner.
shit, Bruce Jenner was running. Okay.
Yes, he was running through the fort. No.
He
Anyway,
did a whole bunch of flips.
I think it was, or maybe it was Rambo. It was one of these, right, where the Vietnamese chased them into it wasn't a cornfield, whatever they have. Like
What?
Like a not rice, but something tall. Anyway, right?
Like a maze?
It wasn't me, but he went to a field that was like,
Like
10-foot
thickets.
tall thickets, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And the whole thing, he brought this whole Vietnamese group in there to chase him. Well, it was a trap. And he set it on fire, and everybody, like the whole battalion died, burned to death, right? Because when you're in that and the smoke, you can't find your way out, and then you just get succumbed, and then you just die of probably the worst way you could die, by the way.
Dad, that is a big risk.
So
dude.
ever since I saw that, because I was a big corn maze guy, I like
Yeah.
that. I like going to corn maze. Ever since I saw that, I'm like, I won't fucking get near that shit. One guy throwing out a cigarette, right? Or
Some asshole.
And next thing you know, I'm caught in the middle of this thing. It's on fire. I'm dead.
Dude,
And it's
you know
not
what
a
would
good
be
death.
hilarious though?
Yeah.
All the popcorn. It's just like
Okay.
It's
I guess
just
that's
like, you know what I mean?
you're just eating it as you're going.
well,
yeah.
that just would be. I mean, it's like don't laugh. I would be laughing because you hear all these screams, but then all you see all like. Pop, 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 pop. It's just like a you know what I mean?
I know that guy's in hell right now, but fuck, that's a good popcorn right there.
Yeah,
That's
I would
fresh.
just be like, holy shit, that sounds funny. If you can't laugh,
Yeah, you're gonna die anyway. Might as well enjoy it.
it's
Okay, yeah.
Well, I don't want to be in there. I just want to be in the outside watching.
Are you a smash or pass? Are you a?
I'm gonna go
what are
with.
you, a
I'm
mutilate?
completely mutilate. I'm not
Okay.
into walking around, no dusty
No,
like.
and plus it's like if you've done one before, right?
Yeah.
And you know if it's a small maze, not a big deal. These mazes last hours.
I don't have time for that.
No, and every time I do it, take a wrong turn, and then you end up at just a dead end. You're like, fuck, man.
And there's something about like all of the ground down stalks as people step on them, they
Yeah.
turn into that kind of micro. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
oh,
There's
yeah.
like fiber in the air, and you're like,
Oh, yeah,
like,
it's-
every time I've done it, my throat hurts by the time I get to the end.
It's not enjoyable, and you
No.
end up paying for it. By the way, anyway. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So that's gonna be
and then
in-
someone lights it on fire and you die.
Yeah, popcorn though.
So yeah, no, that's a mutilate for me.
Mutilate.
Okay, I like that. That was a good. One.
Okay,
That
this
would-
one. Do you
yeah.
know what Inktober is?
Inktober, is that has to do with no? That's what's drawing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's like every day of the month
Uh huh.
you have to draw something else, right? I think
Yeah.
I've seen these on Instagram, right?
You already know what I feel about this. I wanted to ask what your opinion is.
Oh
on
man,
it.
I'm gonna get myself in trouble in this because
No, go all the way.
Yeah, well, no, just because I don't know, man. I don't know why you need a month to draw. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
guess it's a thing. I see a lot of people on our feed doing it, so I can't talk a lot of shit. So, I'm gonna say not my thing. I'm gonna mutilate that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hardcore mutilation.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Here's the deal. I fucking hate this idea.
See, you can say this because you're an artist.
Yeah.
There we go. There
But
we
it also the thing is, so they give you a list. They don't give you. They
Post.
It's all like mysterious, so
Oh.
stupid. And then they're like dropping the list soon. And then they.
Oh, is it
and
that big of a deal?
It's that big of a deal, dude.
Okay.
And they have like knockoffs. Like there's Drawalloween.
Oh, wow.
That's dumb shit. But Inktober, like
Okay.
their prompt list comes up.
Right.
And listen, if you gave a prompt list and it was like draw this, a wolf, or
Right.
a goblin, or whatever, I'm down with that.
Okay.
But these prompts, you have to really think. Like the first prompt I saw, and
Yeah.
it was backpack, or it was finders keepers. That's what it was. Something stupid. And you have to somehow take the time out of your day to come up with the concept. Then you have to draw it.
Yeah.
And then you have to like, oh, please post my drawing.
Yeah, and hope people
so
like it.
stupid. Like, because you want them to repost because they have like 1 million
Oh,
followers.
yeah.
But it's like basically being an intern.
Okay.
Because you're not getting paid.
You're not getting money out of
and
it.
you're doing all the work.
Yeah.
And then you're promoting their page.
Yeah, I figure if you're like
I fucking
a
hate
trust fund baby, or you won the lottery, and look, I'm just trying to allocate my time, have some fun. Drawtober all you want, whatever, Inktober, sorry.
Inktober.
Or Drawalloween all you want. But if you are like the rest of us, kind of work for a living, yeah, fucking.
You have
whatever.
too much time on your hands.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've seen people do it.
Yeah.
And they put a lot into it, and I'm like, dude, but you're like, they're trying so hard to be recognized by the page.
It's not like a competition. It's just good job.
Yeah, it's like, hey, good on you.
Man.
It's what?
It kind of goes down to okay. All right, I like that. I got. I'll end on a bitch after we're done with this list, but it has to do with something like this. Man. Okay, and it's going to get me in trouble as well. But that's what I do here. Anyway, all right. What's next?
My next one is this is a okay, Spirit Store employees.
Oh, this is going to get me in trouble too because a lot of them shop here.
Do they really?
Yes, yes.
Well, then I'll be you can say good things.
Well, okay, no, actually,
I'm automatically just being a bitch about everything, but
So Spirit Store, okay. I actually know and in fact, before Terra Trader, that was one of the business models I was looking at. Not,
but then you wanted to be successful, so you went the opposite direction,
Right.
right?
And we looked into Spirit, right? Owning a franchise, or it's basically like leasing a franchise,
Yeah.
because you're only using it for like 4 months, 3 or 4 months, right? That's the build up, and that's the tear down, and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, these guys gotta make bank, right? So I went down the rabbit hole hard, man, real hard before we started Terra Trader, because I thought this is maybe the answer. Because I like the business model. Business model is Spirit sends you tons of shit. You sell it. What you don't sell, you just give back. So you don't hold any inventory. I was like, ooh, I like this, right?
Yeah.
And you can work for 3 months, 4 months, and hopefully make that's your year, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't always work that way. What turned me off, and it kind of goes back to your question, was I looked at the theft rate was like 30%, right? And I'm like, man, it must be in bad areas. And then I kept reading. mostly from employees.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm out, right? You know, I know a lot of people go to like, oh, I want to work at Spirit, and then they get the Spirit and they end up hating it.
Yeah.
And then you just
And then they take it out on us, the customer.
Yeah, they take it out on us. But yeah, the customer service sucks, and then a lot of them steal from it. It just seems like a headache to me.
Yeah.
So I don't think every employee is bad, but I think there's some people that they get there and it sounds like the Lord, because they get the what is it, like the code orange? They get that, you know, they get that thing. Oh, it's Halloween! I can't wait! I'm gonna be a spirit, and they realize it's fucking work, and you got to deal with a bunch of angry kids and people throwing,
and other shoplift. You have to deal if you're not
other
stealing.
yeah.
You're gonna get a lot of shoplifters.
A lot of snot-nosed kids throwing shit on the ground, and you just got to pick up. Basically, you're picking up after them for 2 months straight, right? Fuck that. I'm out, man. All right, what do you got?
So what did you say? You support them? You're kind of like you're gonna say a moderate celebrate.
Yeah, we'll do was there an in between? Because I know a few managers that are really good. All right. They actually send us business, which maybe they're not that good because they actually send their customers to us.
Yeah.
So maybe they're not that good, but I appreciate that, by the way. But so I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle on that one.
All right. So for me, if you're watching this, you can say bad stuff about me. I don't care. I'm not. I'm impervious to bad.
Yes,
I don't care. I
actually,
literally
you
don't care.
feed off it. Actually,
it's whatever. Fuck them. Hardcore mutilate.
Ooh.
Okay,
shit.
so I was thinking because I had to go back in the other day. Remember I told you I had a bad experience?
Yes.
And so I went into another one.
Yeah.
Because I needed white gloves.
Yes.
And the white gloves there are cheap, and you can get a good stock of white.
Definitely get
Poltergeist clown gloves.
Yes.
So I needed to get some of those. So I went in once again. Super shitty attitudes. Everybody is like barely awake, and I'm like, dude, what is going on? And I thought, is like this the Gen Z version of Carnies?
Oh wow, that is a brilliant.
Because at least like
Yeah.
Carnies though, I mean, I feel like these kids have like no hustle though. At least Carnies
Sure.
are on speed.
That is
so
true.
they're like,
Yeah, and
these are like, yeah.
Carney's probably stole just as much as Spirit Store employees do. Actually,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why like a lot of these carnivals now are all not automated, but everything's cashless because
Yeah.
a lot of it was theft was a big issue, right? You know, or
Yeah,
skimming
they were,
off the top, right?
skimming.
And so, but I think it's kind of the same way because, like I said, I mean, I've talked to numerous employees and like, hey, if you want anything, just come grab it. They've said that to me, and I'm like, "Yo, nice try. You're trapping me, by the way." Yeah.
And they're like,
"But how much is
Jason
hold
from
that,
the-
hold that one mask for me." But as a store owner, I don't want that.
Yeah,
fuck no.
I'd
never hire him.
I feel like it's like that's the new version. That's like the Gen Z version of Carnies.
That's a good
but
point.
instead of speed, they're on Paxil. So it's like that's the only difference.
That is true. That is
So it's
true.
just like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. And maybe constantly depressed, where Carnies aren't. You know, they just constantly looking for a hustle.
They're just looking.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, man.
Small hands, right? Carnies got small hands. Got to watch it.
There's been okay. I'm guilty of going to and having a Carney and be like, listen, here's the deal. I'll give you like $50 for that bear, the biggest
yeah.
one. I'm not trying to do all this, and they'll be like, yeah, it's fine.
Oh, 100%. I have.
If you ever see me walking with one of those big bears, I paid for it.
Yes, and I've done that many times, man. And money talks with Carnies, man.
Money talks.
Oh, and that's why I like Carnies because I know. Look, there's no hiding what I know how I can deal with you, right? You deal with green, and
Yep.
and if I want something, I'm not gonna throw these balls at this fucking milk cartons here, dude. My girl needs a fucking this bear. Can I get a bear? What's that gonna cost me?
Yeah.
you know, and then you can even negotiate. It gotta be like,
I win again.
$40. I'm like, I got
Yeah.
30. Fuck. All right, here you go.
They're like, yeah.
You know, so there you guys go.
Yep. No, it's true.
I actually respect Carnies more. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
all
So
right.
yeah. So that's a hardcore
Sorry if you're a
mutilate.
Spirit. You know what? Maybe if you are a Spirit Store employee out there and you're listening to this and you're like, "What the fuck?" Maybe you're the
Okay. Well, maybe
exception.
it's not you, but
Yeah.
it's all your
Yeah,
coworkers.
it is all your or you're like, tell me in the comments. I want to hear horror stories in the comments.
Spirit store horror
Yeah,
stories.
man. I bet we need to get. Like I said, that's another one of those. We get someone in here and they just black out their face or whatever, a shadow. I bet they can tell us some shit.
Yeah, for real.
I want to. What happens in the back room?
Tell me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on.
all
Tell
right.
us.
Changing room.
All
right.
And then my last one
Yes.
is the state fair because here it's this month.
Yes. So okay, state fairs are awesome because you can get stabbed at a state fair, right? Or you can
Or you
have,
can get a fried Twinkie.
or you can get a fucking elephant ear or whatever those things are. They're amazing. But they're very it's sporty. I think if I want to feel like I want to be alive, right? In other words, I'm just sitting on the couch. I'm not doing shit. I'll go to a state fair because my senses of awareness, not only just for the people, right? Because you got gangbangers there, you got carnies there, you got
It's got everything. It's got gangbangers, carnies,
you got your rich white
Italian mafia, yakuza.
Everybody comes there, right? You got your high end fucking Scottsdale. If those aren't from here, Scottsdale's higher end, whatever. Anyway, or Paradise Valley. You got the Paradise Valley doesn't go.
I don't think Paradise Valley.
Yeah, sorry, maybe Scottsdale, lower Scottsdale. Anyway, they'll go, but so you got everything. So you're very aware of what's going on. Your fucking head's on a swivel the whole time. But then everything's cool with the people, okay. But then you gotta get on a ride. The ride that is put together by a dude that's on meth, right? He's on his 4th fucking pack of menthols today. You know what I'm saying?
He put it together by himself.
And he put it together by himself. He's missing 3 fingers, right?
Yep.
His name's Lefty or whatever. And you're gonna get ready to get on the Pukinator 5000, and hopefully you don't die.
Yep.
Have you ever seen any of these videos where like they get stuck on these old shitty fucking things and they're up there upside down for like 5 hours?
Yeah, I have.
Literally,
dude.
Suicide is a better option.
Or the one when it's like, there's the one where it's going goo 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 goo, and it just starts to come off the ground, and all these people, you see how all these people come running to counterbalance the weight. Did you see that?
Yes, I saw that video. It terrified and fascinated me at the same time.
Yeah,
I was like,
dude,
fuck this, fuck that. But then another time, I'm like, man, that's my money's worth right there, man. You're coming off that ride. These tickets are like $8 a ticket now. These whatever.
Dude, it's outrageous.
It's stupid, right? In fact, at our state fair, we looked it up yesterday. You get a ticket pack for $100, and it gives you 80 tickets. You're like, wow, that's a lot. But every ride costs 10 tickets. So you get 8 rides max for $100 for a 2-minute fucking chunky, thing. And you're sitting on you're in a cage that someone's already puked on or had sex in 2 seconds ago. Fuck, that's living. That's America right there. That's like an Americana.
That's Americana.
So I have a love-hate relationship. I will go to... Like, I don't go to the Carnival State Fair here because I go to smaller ones. Like, we have a thing called Ostrich Festival, which is a little bit more you're not going to get stabbed there, but you're still going to get ripped off by carnies and all that stuff. But I have bribed carnies these things, so I feel home at that one. I feel good, And, you get on they always got the same rides. Remember my favorite ride? What is your favorite ride, actually?
At the fair?
Yeah.
Not
talking
probably something I can have sex on. Like,
go figure, right?
Yeah. That was me in that. So I kind of feel attacked, but no. I always love roller coasters. Just any roller coaster I would get.
They have
on.
the worst too, man.
Yeah, I want to feel like because you feel like you can feel like that.
I used to, as a grown up, was the Gravitron, right? That's when you get stuck to the wall.
Yeah.
But the older I get, the worse. That's painful now, right?
Yeah.
And you're guaranteed someone in this group is going to fucking puke. And the carnies won't shut this thing off. You puke, you got 2 more minutes. So you just got to live it, right?
Well, like, 30, 40 years ago, okay, this might be controversial. You guys will be fine.
Yeah.
But people were healthier. Yeah, and now there's like probably 75% of them are diabetic.
Yes.
And so you have them on that thing.
The Gravitron 5000.
Like, they're basically in that plasma spinner and their blood is being separated in their bodies.
My favorite is the Zipper. And it is the worst ride ever. Well, the Gravitron's pretty bad. The Zipper is the one. It's like it's like an oblong shaped, right? It's got cars, and basically you can spin your car upside down, and it just kind of goes up and down, up and down. Then it's and it's just a fuck show. It is horrible.
Is that the one that you can make it do it more?
You can make it do it more.
Yeah.
It is guaranteed. If you had anything to drink or just had a good meal, it's fucking coming up.
Yeah.
Right. And you're locked in a cage. And there's no escaping this for 2 to 3 minutes. And I also love that when you get done, you look at the floor, the base where the thing's at. There's just nothing but money, keys, all this shit,
inhalers,
and these carnies are just
syringes,
rubbing it up, man. They're just like you'll get your inhaler back. You ain't gonna get your money back or your house keys.
What money?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't see it. Must have flown off, but I think that's why I like carnivals. I think I'm always I like the seedy aspect of it. I love they're getting a little bit more modern. It's pissing me off. Like one was all digital now, and like. There's no cash, so it's hard. You can still bribe if you want to and all that stuff. But, you're guaranteed to get a really shitty character drawing there for $40. And I miss the days where you just, your prize was like a mirror, but it said like AC/DC
Motley
on it.
Crue.
Yeah, something like that. And you're like, this is the greatest thing ever, man. And then
you're holding the thing to with the water to bust the balloon so you can get that mirror, that rat mirror.
Oh, yeah, that rat mirror was Dude, that was.
They still have those, which is
do they
weird.
really?
Dude, they still have those.
Holy
yeah.
shit. Twisted Sister or something?
Yeah,
like
it's all those like they never upgraded the mirror producer. So
I can't believe that guy's still in business. That's amazing.
Dude, it's amazing, yeah. So I have a little more, I'm going to say celebrate, but
Okay.
there's an asterisk.
Okay.
So now like it's kind of horse shit, right? Everything is so expensive. It's like $30 for a turkey leg or whatever.
Ridiculous. In fact, that was a good thing you said that.
Yeah.
A baked potato at the Arizona State Fair, a baked fucking potato, guys, was $24.
That's
A potato. I can go. It costs 30 cents.
yeah.
You know?
What's inside there? Like what is it that makes
what-
it so
No shit. So yeah, I'm not here for it.
saffron, like something?
Okay, that'd
Yeah.
be something. Yeah, give
It's
me
got
some.
truffle, something. I
That'd
don't
be
know.
Nice. That'd be nice.
So, me like pretty much living here most of my life.
Yes.
The state fair, especially like in the 90s,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they do this now, but and then people can comment if you're from here, if you ever went to a concert. So they would book these major acts.
Oh, yeah.
and it was free with your state fair
Yeah, you
ticket
see
to get
Snoop
in.
Dogg,
Dude,
right?
I saw the Ramones.
Holy shit.
I saw Nirvana.
What?
I saw Stone Temple Pilots. I saw Pearl Jam
What?
and Devo
Holy. At the state fair.
at the state fair. I wasn't there for the Snoop one, but they had Snoop there
I've seen
too.
Snoop there before.
Yeah, and
yeah.
it's just the cost of getting in the fair,
right.
not extra.
Yeah.
that is bananas, dude. They don't do that anymore. But like
Oh,
Nirvana,
You had to pay. You saw Nirvana.
I saw Nirvana at the state fair. I saw
God, Stone Temple
the
Pilots.
Ramones before anybody got sick.
Holy shit.
I mean, I think someone might have been sick, but they were healthy. They were just still playing.
they kind of.
It was all the original Ramones.
Really?
Yeah. And then Stone Temple Pilots.
That's amazing.
Isn't that crazy? So that I that's like, man, that is a warm
It
place in my
seems
heart.
like now all you get is like Nelly. You know, it's getting
Oh,
hot in here. You know, so you get these like kind of just old R&B guys that just don't make it anymore. Right? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? You
man.
get like Two Live Crews coming to the. Fucking,
I would see Two Live
Okay,
Crew.
I go there too. That's Two Live Crew. Respect, man.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a thing they used to have. COVID killed this thing that I wanted to go on so bad.
Essence Fest? No, I'm kidding. I don't think you're going.
It was called Ship Hop.
What?
Okay, this is.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what this is. Go ahead.
It's a cruise like out of Miami, right? Go figure, right? And it's like a 3-day cruise, but you're on there with all like Call Me Bad, Vanilla Ice, fucking Two
Snow.
Live yeah, Snow, all those guys, right? Salt and Pepper, you know, there, and you know, so it was like, okay, how much is this thing? It's like $150. It's like going to Circus. You know what you're getting into,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Don't expect luxury, right?
Yeah.
Expect a lot of drunk, passed out people on the floor. Definitely fights every night. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But Ship Hop, fuck yeah, bring this back. All right, I'm there for it. I don't know.
I got to know. when this-
Julio was at every Ship Hop.
Oh, poor
rest in
Julio.
peace. Man.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, that dude was at every Ship Hop, man. And I guarantee you, if you counted all the concerts that Julio did, 80% of them were at state fairs. I guarantee.
Yeah.
There's no fucking doubt, man. He was always there. Anyway.
Yeah, there was that moment in, like I said, in the 90s where they were booking all of these
Yeah.
major bands that are like,
That's crazy.
yeah, dude.
Nirvana at the state
This
fair.
one dude that I used to work at Tower, and this one
Yeah.
dude that went to that Nirvana show, Kurt jumped into the audience and he had this like really ratty
Yeah.
sweater and t-shirt, and the guy saw him, tore off a piece of it,
Holy shit.
and he kept it and he framed it.
Oh, fuck.
And this is before, you know,
Yeah. Fuck, dude, that's great. Yeah, they don't have it. Sucks these days, man.
yeah.
And like I said, I say go to these things, but fuck, take a loan first off. You know.
Oh, it's yeah.
Yeah, and then just bribe the carnies. Don't throw all those games are rigged, guys. I'm telling you right now. Actually, I watched the whole documentary on every single game.
Yeah, it's all rigged.
Oh, it's amazing how it's brilliant how they rig these things, and
Mm-hmm.
it just made me love carnies even more, man. So anyway,
Yeah.
all right, way off topic. But I don't give a shit. This is Creepcast, the original Creepcast, by
Yeah.
the way. We're not Meat Canyon and whatever the guy's name is, whatever.
I literally don't know. I just saw a picture of the
I
guy
feel-
though online.
I feel bad. No, I'm sure they're really nice guys.
Yeah.
I really are. And but
Is that his name? Really?
I
Meat
don't-
Canyon?
Meat Canyon and
What's that supposed to mean?
Windigoon.
Oh.
Windigoon's not bad. Meat Canyon's a little weird. Anyway.
No.
Yeah, so you will call me King Salami from here on out. We need new nicknames. by the
Beef
way.
Ravine.
Beef Ravine.
Sounds like a
With
drag name.
cheese. All right.
Gross.
That's nasty. I'm just going to leave at that point.
Oh
All
my
right,
God, going back to the hospital.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, guys, November 30th, if you're in Arizona, last plug, we'll get off here. A Christmas to Dismember at the Mason Convention Center.
Mm-hmm.
One day blowout horror convention / market / come get beat by Krampus. We have live Krampuses there on thrones that you can get your pictures. Yes, they're mean. They will probably beat you with sticks, but you know what? People pay good money for that, all right? And you're getting it for free as your entry. So November 30th, check out our website. It's at terrortrader.com. You fucking do that. Or whatever.
And then follow us, I guess, like and subscribe, comment.
Yeah.
Concerns.
For those who, all the subscribers we got from you guys, we fooled you guys, stick around. Because let me tell you, the content that's coming up,
just gonna get wild.
Yeah, or it's just gonna be as equally as bad as it is right now. But one or the other.
Well, we'll bring Melda and
excuse me. Yes.
And talk more.
Drag Us to Hell is also coming back.
Yeah, Melda was just on stage in L.A.
Yes, if you're a Drag Us to Hell fan of the show, we're coming back. Melda's coming back. It's a great fucking podcast. Yeah. But maybe we'll drag Melda on our show here on Creepcast.
Hell yeah.
Bring him on.
We can do whatever we want.
That is true. There's no one can stop us.
No, nobody.
Well, maybe.
We'll see. Someone could somewhere, but hopefully they won't.
All right.
Okay. Well, thank you.
What is it? Cheddar Beef Meat Canyon. Feeling pretty good.
That guy's probably pissed by now because he's like,
come fight me.
Yeah.
I don't care. I got nothing else to live for. All right.
All right. Thank you guys. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.